Peace, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, Goddess Nigel. So I just wanted to give an update. And first of all, I want to thank everybody that has been sending me just a lot of love and just good energy, which is definitely needed in this situation. It's been like so much going on at one time. I've had people that I don't really even talk to on a daily basis, send me messages. And, I just really appreciate all the love and support. I really, really do. One thing I wanted to share with you guys, and this is just, I did a lot of research before coming to Mexico. I knew insurance was something that was like a hit and miss. So by me going through this experience definitely has opened my eyes up to not only having savings set aside, but also trying to check into some type of insurance. You have to get some type of insurance or definitely have a separate savings. That being said, this is why I was trying to fly back to New York, because I still have insurance back in New York. And when you're back in the States, I would have been able to get the laparoscope, I would have been able to get a different type of surgery, which would have been way less painful. So since I'm in Mexico, since I had to pay out of pocket, I had to unfortunately get the cheaper surgery, which is like the old school open surgery. And the way they cut me is the way they would do a C-section. Just not as long, but it's so painful. I've had my gallbladder removed, I had my appendix removed, and that was like with the scope. So by them going in that way, I'm like, this is so painful, so uncomfortable. So I know it's going to take a while for me to heal, and I'm just trying to make the best out of it. I had no choice. In order to pay for the liposcope, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but to pay for that would have been like a lot more, and we just didn't have it. So unfortunately, and I don't want anyone else to have to experience this. I don't want anyone else to have to experience a cheaper surgery to where you're still going to get taken care of, but it might leave you in more pain and discomfort, where if you had more money or if you were back home in the States, obviously our technology, our access to things are different. For them to use that laparoscope machine, they have to rent it, and that's why they charge you so much. So I'm learning as I go, and this is why, even though I'm in pain, I still try to come up here and share my experience and my story, because we did prepare. We knew, who would have known that this would have happened? Like, we were so excited for the pregnancy, and then I definitely would have expected this to happen, especially to have surgery behind it. So I'm trying to get in touch with someone that had told me about some insurance, because I don't want my family to have to experience, first of all, paying out of pocket, but second of all, having to pay for anything that is going to be more painful because we can't afford the more technical or surgery. So once I get some information, I'll definitely come right up here and share it with you guys. And I always share the good and bad. I just can't share the good stuff about here in Mexico. I can't just share my good experience in life, because that's not real. I want to share the things I go through, hoping that someone else can learn from it, hoping that someone else can benefit from just what I'm going through. So that's why I try to make it my priority to come up here and just share my experience. I'm so thankful I was able to get the surgery. That, compared to surgery back home, it does feel different, because back home in the States, we're spoiled. By us having access to stuff, and it's just different. So you do feel more spoiled. You feel more, sometimes I feel like they're being more attentive. Here is like, okay, whatever your issue is, you come and get it fixed. What I will suggest is, anything you're getting done in a hospital, please have someone to translate. Please have someone that speaks the language to help relate, because I know for a fact that when I left the hospital, they definitely overcharged me. The doctor had told me the price for the hospital. And basically what happens is, the doctor that did the surgery is paid different than what you pay the hospital. You're basically like paying the hospital for being there, then you're paying your doctor. And she told me what the fees were going to be. I went downstairs and I got hit twice. And I'm still waiting on her to explain, like, where were these extra charges. And remind you, I'm in pain, I'm standing up. Only thing I want to do is get home. It's like 8 o'clock at night, and I'm not, my translator wasn't even working, because sometimes my Google Translator just goes in and out. So that was very frustrating, because if that Google Translator goes out, then you're kind of stuck, and they will not let you leave that hospital until your bill is paid. So basically, the friend that was with me, they kept saying, no, 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 you guys can't leave together. Like, one person go. So she knew I just had surgery. She walked to the store for me to take the money off. But just be mindful of these things. And it's so frustrating because when you're in pain, you've just had surgery, you shouldn't have to worry about taking pesos out. You shouldn't have to worry about, kind of getting hit with all these extra fees. And it's something that I'm telling you, if you don't have the right people around you or someone to help translate, or if your Google Translator goes out, then you're just sitting there like, okay, well, let me just pay so I can go home. And I'm trying not to feed into that. I'm trying not to make that an issue. But to me, that's just not fair. And I'm sharing this because I don't want anyone else to experience this. I'm here with my family. We're not sitting here on millions and thousands of dollars, So I will be bringing more information about just certain things financially that we've learned and what we've went through, who to trust, what to look out for. And this is not just, people that live here. It is Americans that come here that you still have to kind of keep your eyes wide open for also. That'll be in a whole nother video because, like I said, I like to share everything. So when you guys come here, I want you to enjoy it. I want you to do whatever it is you want to do when you come here, but still be aware that this is a different environment, a different country, and sometimes people's motives are very different. So we're not letting this discourage us. We're learning from it. But, like I said, due to the language, due to paying out pocket, I have to have a surgery. I'm very uncomfortable. It's very, very painful. For a person that can take a lot of pain, I'm uncomfortable. And even with the pain medication, it's not like really taking the pain out the way I would like to. But that's why I said I appreciate the love and support. I genuinely do. Today I just rested. Tomorrow I'll probably make some jewelry. Just be constructive. Kind of laying here all day is not really my thing, but I know I need to rest. So, make sure you guys follow the channel, you guys, because I don't bring you just all the happy stuff in life. I don't care if I was in Mexico, New York, China. I'm always going to bring you everything that is coming with my experience, like I said, because it might be something that someone else can learn from it, or just kind of be open to, okay, if this comes up, I can look out for this and not go into a situation blind. And when you leave and go to another country, regardless how much information I give or someone else, you're still going to have to learn stuff on your own. And I did so much preparing and this and that. But like I said, sometimes you're still stuck out there without a translator. Sometimes you're still stuck out there with your phone not working and they're just in your face like, okay, I need this, I need that. So it can feel very intimidating, especially if you're in a situation where you're not feeling well. I couldn't even go upstairs to be seen until I paid. I had to pay half to even go upstairs to a room, and then I had to pay half when it was time for me to leave. So that's a little bit uncomfortable, because just say if I would have came in distorted or couldn't get to my phone or my cards or anything like that, it's a little uncomfortable, because at least back home in the States, they'll just take you right in. They're not worried about if you have insurance, if you have money. Let's get you all bandaged up, and then we'll either charge your insurance or we'll just bill you. So please take that in consideration coming here, you guys. Try to prepare the best you can when it comes to your health, especially if you have children and everything like that. So I love you all. Thank you so much for just your comments and your love, because that really means a lot. Not only am I in pain, not only did we just take a big financial hit, but we also lost a child. It wasn't a full-term child, but it was still something that was creating inside my body that we were getting excited for, so that has been taken away as well. So I really appreciate the love and support. Make sure you guys follow the channel. Till next time, make sure you're meditating, make sure you're hydrated, and most importantly, make sure you love yourself. You gotta love yourself.